one of the biggest motivator is that Uganda has now, Somalia has now joined the EAC. And the EAC, we are now implementing the Common Market Protocol, free movement of goods, services, and labor. So that's the first incentive, very huge one. It comes along with a very huge demand in terms of market. But you could also be aware that Somalia hosts the longest coast in the entire East African region. And that presupposes that your exports would be further exported. So you are linking the East African market, predominantly talking about maybe 350 million people, but you're also now having better access to external market, to the whole world, using the two ports of Mogadishu and Kismayo. Once stability returns to the whole of Somalia. That's a very huge motivator. Other than only having the port of Mombasa and Dar es Salaam, we now have the other one. That's a very big incentive. But also the biggest one is the warm bilateral cooperation that exists between the two sister countries, made possible by our two heads of states, His Excellency Hassan Sheikh and His Excellency Yoweri Museveni. They have made the best conducive environment for both exporters from Uganda and those from Somalia to coexist and survive in either country. I think those are, just to mention but a few, but I think those are the basis. I will now give the microphone to the Ghana Minister of Education to answer the other question of the disparity, this is what you asked, in fees charges between the government, some universities of Uganda.
But today, after signing the Memorandum of Understanding, this partnership, this friendship has been confirmed. It's agreed that the East African Community, as it was saying, there is a free movement of labor, free movement of students, and we have agreed to treat all the East African Community students the same way when it comes to fees. We have even communicated to the tertiary higher education institutions where many of the Somalis fall. So we shall use this MOU to enforce what was agreed upon in the past for the East African Community, now that Somalia is part of the community.